The British royal family is renowned for its calmness and caution, rarely surprising the public. However, this time was different. A sudden announcement shook the palace and the entire country, leaving even the most seasoned observers stunned. Nevertheless, according to those familiar with the situation, this was not a random act. Everything appears to have been carefully planned in advance. According to a source, the royal family is exploring around 50 potential solutions that could bring about positive change over the next decade, particularly regarding environmental and social issues. If these initiatives succeed, they could reshape how people and the entire nation face future challenges. If initiatives like the Diana Initiative, led by Kate, are successful, they won't just be surface-level charity efforts, but could fundamentally change how people and the country address future issues, from climate change to social justice. Do you believe a royal figure like Kate can truly make a lasting impact? If yes, comment 1. If not, comment 0. Behind Prince William and Princess Kate's calm smiles and perfect appearances lies a deliberate strategy. They no longer act solely out of royal duty. Now they act for something greater: real influence and power. It can be said that they have grown tired of waiting in the long line of royal hierarchy. A close relative shared, "My brother and I still love each other. I love him deeply. But the past 6 years have brought a lot of pain." These words are not meant to be accusatory, but rather to express the pain and honesty within the family. William and Kate are now ready to move forward, taking on a more central role in the public eye. It all began with a single line on the royal family's official website. An official announcement will be broadcast at 6 p.m. No details were provided, no hints, no explanations. For an institution as cautious and meticulous as the royal family, this was truly unusual. Typically, the royal family would discreetly inform a select group of trusted journalists in advance to prepare for media coverage. But not this time. The silence created the opposite effect, making people feel that something serious was about to happen. Media outlets fell into chaos. Phones rang non-stop. Speculation flooded social media. Some worried about health issues, others speculated about abdication, and some even mentioned a quiet power transfer. Then, at exactly 6 p.m., the screens lit up. It wasn't King Charles. It wasn't Queen Camilla. It was William and Kate. No throne, no guards, no lavish stage, just two people sitting in a simple yet solemn room. And in that moment, they captured the nation's full attention. William began no ceremony, no traditional greetings, just clear, strong words. The monarchy is not just a symbol, but a responsibility. Those words echoed across media platforms, carrying a profound message of change. Kate continued, her voice gentle yet firm. "This is no longer about tradition, it is about belief." Those words did not shatter the royal foundation, but marked a turning point, opening a new direction for the role of the monarchy in the Following the speeches, the most memorable moment unfolded. William and Kate introduced the Diana Initiative, a global nonprofit organization inspired by the values and humanitarian actions of Princess Diana. Kate did not merely refer to her mother-in-law as a beautiful symbol in her memories. She did more than that. She wanted to breathe new life into that legacy, turning it into concrete, sustained, and far-reaching action. She declared that Diana's legacy was not just for remembrance, but for action. This initiative is not a superficial charitable organization. It is a clearly defined strategy. With core values of kindness, honesty, and putting people first, this organization is built to create real change from education and healthcare to women's rights and environmental protection. Kate is not just a figurehead. She is the driving force behind the entire plan. With dedication and vision, she is leading the royal family into a new era, closer, more transparent, and more authentic. At the end of her speech, Kate gently expressed her sincere gratitude. We want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your wonderful words of encouragement and understanding during my recovery from surgery. This is no longer a royal family with a cold wall between them and the people. William and Kate are making a new promise, a commitment to authenticity and responsibility. In a world filled with secrets and suspicion, their message carries true power trust. From the start, Kate has made her stance clear: no red carpets, no staged photos. She does not seek the spotlight or superficial praise. The places she wants to be are those that truly need attention centers for women in distress, low-income communities, areas often overlooked by society. Kate sits with survivors of tragedies, listens to their stories, touches their pain and resilience. Not for the sake of a good image for the media, but because it is the right thing to do. Immediately, people sense that sincerity. Kate doesn't pretend to be a simple royal. She truly lives that way. Many people can't help but draw parallels to the image of Princess Diana, who was beloved for her warmth and kind heart. However, this time, it's not just about kindness. Kate brings organization direction and long-term strategy. She's not copying Diana, she's forging her own path, drawing inspiration from her late mother-in-law, but tailored for the modern era. Diana worked on humanitarian causes from outside the royal system, while Kate does so from within with growing support and influence. While King Charles and Queen Camilla continue to fulfill their traditional roles, the future clearly belongs to William, Kate, and their children. Diana used kindness to touch the hearts of the people. Kate uses that kindness to lead. The positive response was almost immediate. On social media platforms, people called her the new people's queen. No longer distant memories, but the clear presence of a woman poised to become queen in the future, but already acting now. However, not everyone is thrilled. Queen Camilla, who has spent years trying to rebuild her image, cannot hide her concern over the strong resurgence of the name Diana. The Diana Initiative, the new non-profit organization launched by Kate, not only attracts attention but also spreads like a global wave. It touches millions of hearts with its core values: compassion, transparency, and practical action. There are no lavish royal logos, no empty slogans, just concrete plans, real involvement, and clear dedication from Kate. There has been no official response from King Charles or Queen Camilla. The prolonged silence has become a powerful message. No congratulations, no words of praise. The palace maintains a calm exterior, but inside the atmosphere has become noticeably tense. King Charles, who is currently undergoing treatment for an illness, was not angry, but stunned. He exclaimed, "What have they done?" It was not anger, but a sense of disappointment at seeing public attention shift. From the newly crowned king, the people have turned their gaze toward William and Kate, those who bring a sense of reality, closeness, and timeliness. Camilla, who has faced much controversy in the past, feels uneasy. Diana's name, which had been quiet for many years, is now resounding strongly. Many within the palace whispered that Kate had crossed the line. She did not seek permission or notify anyone before announcing the initiative. This raised concerns among advisors. Camilla wanted to control the project, bringing it under royal auspices, but advisors warned any intervention at this point would only make the public feel that the royal family is jealous and rigid. And so the palace chose to remain silent. No posts, no statements, just an extended period of silence. In this context, Harry also returned to England to visit his father, who is undergoing cancer treatment. Some observers hope this could be a step toward healing the fractures within the family. But the reality showed the opposite. William was not seeking approval. He had a clear strategy and was implementing it step by step. Behind the scenes, tensions were rising. King Charles sadly acknowledged in private, "The attention is no longer here." Meanwhile, William was also hurt by his father's silence. He did not want to break up the royal family. He was trying to save it. Camilla, at a charity event, unexpectedly reacted when asked about Diana's initiative. Her response was cryptic. "We don't need to look to the past to prove that the monarchy has always served diligently." The statement quickly made headlines, and many saw it as an indirect criticism aimed at Kate. Instead of responding with harsh words, Kate, with her familiar calm demeanor, chose a different approach. At an event related to the Diana initiative that same week, she stated, "This work is not about the past. It's about the future we are building together. No need for debate, no need for attacks, just action. And in an age where trust is increasingly rare, that is what sets Kate apart." Kate did not name anyone, but her message was clear. She did not confront, but she did not back down either. This gentle response sparked a series of articles about internal royal conflicts. Tabloids quickly spun a narrative of division within the palace, a place long known for its absolute secrecy. A source close to Queen Camilla revealed that she felt cornered, worried that Diana's initiative had captured the public's attention, something she believed was incompatible with royal standards. Meanwhile, Prince William expressed disappointment in private meetings, arguing that Camilla had politicized an initiative that originated from goodwill and social responsibility. The palace did not issue any official statement. The prolonged silence only added to the tension. Without an official statement, the media began to fill in the gaps. Just a few days later, the situation reached a boiling point when King Charles summoned a private meeting with William and senior staff at Clarence House. The king was clearly displeased, asking, "Why wasn't I informed beforehand?" while also deeming it a serious breach of royal protocol. What do you think of King Charles's reaction? If you believe his actions were appropriate, please comment with the number 2. If you think he is overreacting, leave the number 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest news about the British royal family. However, William did not back down. He responded bluntly, "This is not a matter of protocol. This is a matter of survival." That response reflected the growing generational divide. While Charles clung to tradition, William was willing to break boundaries to save the future of the royal family. The meeting ended without consensus. Charles quietly left the meeting room without saying another word. The atmosphere in the palace was described as both disappointing and frustrating. Complaints began to appear in the media from both sides. Sources close to King Charles leaked information to the press that William was acting impulsively, risking the royal family's long-standing reputation. On William's side, through trusted journalists, he skillfully responded that the king was outdated and no longer connected to modern society. This back-and-forth reaction showed that this was no longer a personal conflict, it was a struggle for influence and the direction of the royal family's future. William directed his team to continue implementing Diana's initiative without seeking permission from the palace. A source revealed that in a rare moment of candor, King Charles confided to a close friend, "I've spent my entire life preparing for this role, and now it's slipping away." The family saga has become a symbol of the quiet, yet decisive power shift within the royal family. When the Diana initiative was announced, it marked a pivotal moment. Social media was flooded with praise. Hashtags like Us People Royals and Diana Initiative appeared densely across the globe. People flocked to Kensington Palace not to protest, but to lay flowers, write handwritten cards, and express their hopes. It seemed for the first time in a long while that the public felt genuinely connected to the royal family. However, many began to question, is this truly a revolution for the people or a sophisticated strategy to consolidate new power? This initiative, guided by the principles of transparency, compassion, and action, began with good intentions. Kate visited shelters while William participated in climate change dialogues, no lengthy speeches, just listening. The public responded enthusiastically. Donations poured in and thousands of volunteers signed up to participate. But behind-the-scenes reactions at the palace were completely different. William and Kate had bypassed the system, launching a nationwide campaign without informing King Charles or Queen Camilla. It wasn't a coincidence. It was a calculated move, knowing that the palace would be caught off guard and unable to respond. And as predicted, they surged ahead unstoppably. They didn't just want to modernize the royal family, they wanted to completely reshape the royal image in their own way. Part of that plan involved removing individuals or ideas that didn't fit. Harry and Meghan were the first to go. According to sources, they were seen as too independent, too emotional, and too hard to control. When they left, the stage was set for William and Kate to rewrite the royal narrative in their own way. While Diana's legacy spread globally, Prince Harry unexpectedly expressed his support. He called it "my mother's legacy being put into action," a heartfelt statement that quickly made headlines in international media. However, behind the scenes, William was not happy. According to a close source, the two brothers had a tense phone call after the statement. William was disappointed that Harry had not consulted him before making the public statement and said bluntly, "You can't just keep butting in like that." He believed his brother was trying to maintain his presence by clinging to the initiative he was leading. Currently, William and Kate are not only symbols of compassion, but also the new center of power, the face of charity, the voice of the people, and the future of the throne. But they are doing so by breaking with old rituals, discarding traditional consensus, and building a royal model that no longer depends on previous generations. For the public, this may be a necessary step forward. But within the palace, it is a silent, systematic, and unasked-for replacement. The issue is not just the initiative itself. It is also tied to the long and emotionally complex history between the two brothers, Prince William and Prince Harry. Despite years of conflict, Harry has never denied his affection for his brother. In an interview in the US just days after launching the initiative, Harry affirmed with sincerity, "My brother and I still love each other. I love him very much." But I must admit the past 6 years have brought deep wounds, and what I write is never intended to harm my family. However, during the same appearance, Harry also stated, "My mother's work. Diana's work does not belong solely to the palace. It belongs to everyone." The statement seemed neutral, but for many it was an implicit message suggesting that Harry was no longer willing to remain silent due to royal protocol or pressure. Public reactions were divided. Many praised Harry for speaking his mind and standing up for humanitarian values. However, there were also those who believed he was inadvertently adding fuel to an already strained relationship with his brother. Social media began to flood with memes comparing the brothers' statements accompanied by sarcastic captions like, "Same mother, 2 different battles." It is unfortunate that the original purpose of the Diana initiative to spread kindness and continue the SP However, there were also those who believed he was inadvertently adding fuel to an already strained relationship with his brother. Social media began to flood with memes comparing the brothers' statements, accompanied by sarcastic captions like, "Same mother, 2 different battles." It is unfortunate that the original purpose of the Diana initiative to spread kindness and continue the spirit of fairness left by Princess Diana is gradually fading amid personal disputes. Kate caught between 2 emotional waves amid the media storm. Princess Kate found herself in the most awkward position. She remained steadfast in her mission, continuing her community activities, but couldn't escape the media's distraction, which was fixated on the relationship between the 2 princes. Kate has not made any public statements on the matter, but her composure has been hailed as a symbol of resilience amid the turmoil. From companions to separate paths, there was a time when William and Harry were seen as the epitome of the new royal generation, modern, approachable, and full of hope. Following the sudden death of Princess Diana, the 2 were inseparable, sharing the grief, taking their first steps into adulthood under the world's watchful eye. But beneath the surface of public harmony, silent cracks had been simmering for years, and over time, that distance not only failed to narrow, it grew wider. Harry and the Unfillable Void. In his highly anticipated memoir Spare, Harry reveals details that have left the public stunned. One of these is a physical altercation between him and William described as an unforgettable moment. According to Harry's account, William approached him in a fit of anger, uttering harsh words about Meghan, calling her difficult, rude, and aggressive. These remarks echoed the string of headlines attacking Meghan in the British media months prior. "He grabbed my collar, ripped off my necklace, and pushed me to the ground. I sustained minor injuries to my back." Although William is said to have later apologized, the damage to trust was already evident. For Harry, this was no longer a simple brotherly conflict, but a manifestation of a profound shift in the royal family's power structure. From spare to independent voice, heir and spare. This phrase not only reflects one's position within the royal family, but also embodies the sense of being sidelined that Harry has always carried. As William increasingly stepped into a leadership role ready to take the throne, Harry, who had no official role, had to find his own path. But his decision to speak out and tell his story from his own perspective was not just an act of rebellion, it was also an effort to assert his personal value in a long-standing system that always demanded silence. An elusive illusion. While there was once hope that Diana's initiative could serve as an emotional bridge between the two brothers, reality has shown the opposite. Unhealed wounds coupled with public pressure mean that every word and action, no matter how well-intentioned, is easily misinterpreted or politicized. The affection is still there, as Harry himself acknowledges. But familial bonds are not enough to heal without trust. While William and Kate move forward, taking on royal responsibilities, Harry stands on the sidelines, speaking his mind, sometimes controversially, but always with passion. When the family became like the media, Harry saw the change clearly. He noticed that his family began using media messages similar to tabloids to damage his and Meghan's reputation. Harry asserted that royal staff had secretly leaked negative stories to undermine their credibility. Meanwhile, William and Kate remained completely silent. No one spoke up to defend Harry, no one stood up for Meghan, they just sat in silence and let things escalate. Harry made it clear, if my image or that of any family member is harmed by a rebranding process that doesn't benefit others, that's where I have to draw the line. The strategy paving the way to the throne. According to internal sources, William and Kate are gradually clearing the path to the throne. Anyone who doesn't fit in or doesn't have a clear role in the new strategy is quietly being removed. Harry, who is outspoken and refuses to follow this model of behavior, has become the easiest target. Amid King Charles's health issues, the center of power is shifting rapidly. William and Kate are getting closer to the throne. But to do so, they must clear the path by isolating those who don't share their vision, starting with Meghan and now Harry. One of the most subtle shifts was over a seemingly minor disagreement about a little bridesmaid dress when Kate complained to Meghan about her daughter Charlotte's dress. According to author Tom Quinn in Yes Ma'am, The Secret Life of Royal Servants, Kate's attitude at the time caused Meghan to burst into tears. Kate did not speak up to correct the situation. Instead, the bad news that Meghan was the one who hurt Kate spread widely. Meghan later confided on Oprah that she was the one who cried first. But the public quickly sided with Kate. Meghan's image was tarnished, while Kate became smoother and more perfect than ever. Since then, Meghan has been invited to fewer royal events, appearing alone and gradually stepping back from the center stage. Meanwhile, Kate has been hailed as a symbol of order, tradition, and steadfastness. Meghan's isolation and its far-reaching consequences was seen as soft and emotional, and she couldn't bear the rejection. She felt pushed aside, all because of an incident involving a small dress. Harry decided to step back alongside her. Meghan's departure was the first target eliminated. Kate's silence symbolized victory in this covert strategy. The public still sees Kate as confident, while Meghan is gradually fading from the royal legacy. The tension between Kate and Camilla. The relationship between Kate and Queen Camilla also reveals moments of simmering tension. Camilla, who has worked to rebuild respect after years of ups and downs and was the third party in the Charles-Diana relationship, has no intention of stepping back. According to Yes Ma'am sources, Camilla has long expressed her desire to become queen. Even as King Charles regains his standing amid his health issues, Camilla remains a key figure. However, William and Kate appear to be planning to redefine her role after Charles's abdication, potentially limiting the queen consort's influence. This worries Camilla. While some royal experts, such as Angela Levin, have confirmed that she has supported Kate from the beginning, other sources suggest that this relationship does not appear to be as supportive as it seems in public. The royal restructuring is underway. Researcher Robert Hardman in Charles the New King suggests that Camilla is likely to continue in a swift role, but with a more limited role behind the scenes as William and Kate chart the course. Kate, with growing support from the media and the public, is quietly building power and influence, preparing for the possibility of ascending to the throne. Every step she takes, from concrete actions to strategic silence, contributes to shaping a new royal future where there may no longer be room for Camilla's traditional style. The power play within the royal family has never been boring, and Kate may just be the game changer. What do you think? Is she getting closer to the throne than ever before? Leave a comment below to let us know your thoughts. Follow us to stay updated on the latest developments, because this story is sure to have more surprises in store.